The thirst is real. What is going on, my SafeMoon astronauts? It is your Captain RJ coming in with another SafeMoon update. Today's mother freaking update is going to only cover the fact that your boy has finally landed his spot in the beta. Let's freaking go. I had to try and make sure that I contain a lot of my excitement because if you guys don't remember, I have been trying to get into the first 500 closed beta users, couldn't land that. I tried getting into the beta and even my girlfriend Brandy tried helping me. We couldn't get into that. And finally, with SafeMoon's iOS open beta today, I was finally able to get in. And the only reason I say that is because I feel like I was a little bit ahead of the curve in terms of the race, in terms of downloading and making sure that we're not hammering that network within the first couple seconds. And that is because I be dropping knowledge to the SafeMoon fam, to the SafeMoon community. If you guys watched my video yesterday, I went ahead and dropped some knowledge from working in the technology industry for 14, 13 plus years, I've lost count, and told you guys that I have beta tested a lot of devices and a lot of applications ranging from iOS to Android, to all flavors of Android. On iOS, in order to beta test any application, you have to go through what's called Test Flight, and it is a portal where developers are allowed to upload their beta application, and it allows testers such as yourselves and myself to test applications. And so I had a strong inkling that you were going to need Test Flight yesterday. And so if you had downloaded Test Flight yesterday, you will see that the first thing that it asks you to do when you were able to actually get into the download is it asked you to download Test Flight. And if you had already done that, then all you had to do was go straight into step number 2, which was to download the SafeMoon beta for iOS devices. It definitely helped speed the process. And if you guys know this, the moment that countdown reached 0 and that download button was available, it was an absolute race to get to the first 10,000. So every second counted. If you shaved off time from downloading the Test Flight app, then you definitely was ahead of the curve by a lot. You guys are welcome. That was to all my SafeMoon viewers and all my subscribers watching the channel. Here it is, my iPad that has the SafeMoon application. So today we are actually going to be covering the SafeMoon beta app on iPadOS. So we have a couple interesting things because I knew a lot of people are going to be testing on their mobile device, on their normal iPhones. So we're going to go ahead and dive right on into the iPad. We're going to go into the flight deck and I'm going to do a whole bunch of screen sharing from the iPad itself. But before we do that, if you guys haven't already, or if you are new to the channel, do me a favor and smashy that like and subscribe button down below and pretend it is the launch button to get us the heck out of here and go into the moon. So just smashy all the way. It also helps the YouTube algorithm promote this video and this channel to find other SafeMoon holders such as yourselves and other potential SafeMoon holders out there. Also, if you haven't already, do me a favor and follow me on my other social media platforms here. It is just at RJ Ardanas. I have a lot of exciting stuff to show you guys, so without further ado, let's head right on in to the flight deck. Welcome to the flight deck, everyone. So right now I am showing my iPad screen, and as you guys can see, here is the SafeMoon wallet application. So let's dive right on in to the application. As you guys can see, I do have my biometrics already turned on, so it does recognize Face ID. So that is super awesome that they already have that implemented. I know a lot of people are already seeing their one Binance in terms of currency over here. I never got mine at all today, so I've kind of just been waiting on it. And so again, this is the iPadOS version, and it does rotate along however you want to show it. I obviously always have my iPad in landscape mode, but let's go along the bottom and let's work our way to the top. So along the bottom here, you will see that it's got the wallet. So that is the main view that we see right here. So we have our Binance, our SafeMoon. If we scroll down, all these top gainers and losers. Now in the swap button, this feature is coming soon. So we don't know what that swap is yet, but I'm pretty sure, as we know, a lot of people have been speculating that we'll be able to swap tokens just like you can on Binance's DEX exchange. And then let's move over to settings. Let's just start with the securities page. So in the securities page, you will see that I have the two-factor authentication for Face ID. It does also allow you to reveal your passphrase and your private key. Let's head on back. Let's go to notifications. Push notifications for confirmed transfers. Notify me when a transfer is complete. So let's check this up. And then what we're going to do here is when we get our Play SafeMoon from the team, I do have a few coworkers and friends that I want to test the send and receive functionality with. And then if we go to transaction history, obviously now we're getting a response status code unacceptable 502. I've always gotten that when trying to get the transaction history. And then we have the terms of service and the privacy policy, all legal mumbo jumbo and jargon, but it does come up clean. So let's go back to the wallet here, and then let's work our way to the top. So if we look at the top gainers and the top losers, we can scroll around and it'll give us all pretty much the cryptos provided by CoinMarketCap. So let's go ahead and click on something like Bitcoin, and you will see that they already have some of their charts, but I've noticed that this is somewhat hit or miss. So if I click the 8 hours, see how the graph kind of disappeared? But if I hit 1 day, now the graph is just permanently gone. So again, this data is provided by CoinMarketCap, but we are on the test network. So just remember to keep that in mind. So let's go into Ethereum. And again, there's no graph that's showing here, even if we go to 8 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. So the chart kind of goes missing here. Now, if we go to Binance, it's the same exact thing, but there's a difference here. Because we are still on Binance's blockchain, we do see a different button here. We have the send. So you can send, you can receive, and you can purchase, and that's coming soon. Now, when you hit purchase, the back button kind of disappears here. So the one way I found another way to really get back into it is just hit wallet again, and it'll take you back here. Now, if we go to SafeMoon, again, you'll see the same thing. You'll have send, you'll have receive, and you'll have the buy button here. And then working our way to the top here, you can send and receive directly from here. So it's kind of like Trust Wallet, where you can kind of generally send and receive tokens without specifying what you want to do. But if you want to send tokens, you just hit send and you select the token you want to send. So let's say I want to send SafeMoon, right? And so this screen looks like this, where you kind of paste in the recipient's wallet address and then you put in the amount you want. So we can kind of play around here, and you can put in quarters, halves, or maxes. So that's kind of cool to see. Same with Binance. If you want to send, you'll just have the recipient address along with the Binance amount here, and it already actually automatically converts it to US dollars, which is a neat feature to see. Now, if you guys want to receive, you guys just need the receive wallet. And obviously, let's say I'm doing transactions with my friends and I said, hey, I went ahead, this is moving into the future, but let's say, hey, I went ahead and bought dinner, or hey, I did that photography work for you. Here's my wallet address, and you can give them the QR code and they can just send money to you in forms of SafeMoon. This is a super cool concept, because if you guys haven't watched Startup on Netflix yet, it is super cool because there's several instances there where people exchange currency through their actual cryptos, which is awesome. So once you're done with the receive button here, all you have to do is just hit the back button and it takes you back to this screen. Now, moving along the top here, we have the notifications. And so we are still getting the response status code unacceptable 502 on notifications. And then moving on to the left, we are already currently under the tokens. So let's move on to calculate, and you will see on iPadOS, the calculate button is a little janky. So it looks like it hasn't been optimized for iPadOS, but good thing the numbers do work. So if I do 14 plus 3, so the calculator feature does work. So if I put 1 and I add a million in there, or I want a billion, or if I want a trillion, those numbers do work. It's just that the UI for the wallet doesn't look like it is optimized for iPadOS. I've seen a whole bunch of pictures already for iOS on an iPhone, and it looks like it is optimized and it looks good. But for iPadOS, it does look a little bit janky. And obviously we have our NFT tab here, which is going to be super cool, but that's also coming soon. And then we have this little hamburger icon over here. But if you guys click on this, what it does is it kind of just gives you the list view of the cryptos that you have, I'm assuming. So it'll say, hey, you own Binance and SafeMoon. So if we go to our tokens here, it says your tokens. So I'm sure this will be a list of your tokens, and then it'll give you kind of like a snapshot view of how much you have in terms of amount, and then the percent change right below it. So overall, that is the wallet. It looks super clean on iPad. It just looks insanely crisp. I like it. Nothing too fancy. Now the other thing I want to show you guys is if you are using iOS, if we go into the test flight application, inside the test flight application is how you send beta feedback. Do you see this? Again, this is important information because this is why we are beta testing. So make sure you go into test flight, and you will see the apps that you have beta tested, and you will see send beta feedback. So if you click on that, you can include screenshots, but you could just do no screenshots, and you can share your email address, and then you can tell us, hey, when I opened the top gainers and losers, no graph shows, right? And then you submit. So make sure you guys are filling in the feedback here. And I guess not talking about the top gainers and losers, I did want to show you guys, if you guys hit see all here, there was a different screen that I had missed earlier. This is where the recently added top gainers are, and you can scroll through all the cryptos, and then if you go to top gainers here and then the top losers, all these change. So here are your top gainers in the last hour, here are your top losers in the past hour. I've seen a lot of people having some issues with this, but I've never had any issues on the iPad side of things. As you can see, the data is changing appropriately. But again, the most important takeaway here is going into the test flight and making sure you guys send the feedback. This is our duty and this is our job to make sure we send the appropriate feedback to the developer team. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Super exciting stuff. I'm just, honestly, as simple as the SafeMoon wallet really is, it's just very clean. It gets right down to it. I'm just excited to have it in my hands. And again, if you guys did watch my predictions, I had told you that I wasn't expecting an iOS release by August 28th. Unless, and you can watch that video, I said unless they released the beta this week, it allowed us to test alongside Android, and then depending how long they really kept it, they would then have the remainder of the time until August 28th to fix and finalize all the bugs and crashes and all the things they need to fix on their side. And because they had released the iOS and obviously iPadOS version today, that obviously retracts my statement, because now I can for sure see an Android and iOS launch by August 28th. We are now testing both iOS and Android. So the SafeMoon developer team is now getting feedback and a lot of reports and a lot of information from both OSs, both iOS and Android OS. So we got a huge month ahead of us. I'm just so freaking excited that I have the app on this iPad. And as you guys have seen on the Android devices already, Hank and the team have already been releasing newer versions of the APKs on their side. So they've been taking a lot of the feedback and a lot of the information that you guys are telling them. That's why this is so freaking important, everyone, that you guys actually test and report everything on their side so they can fix it, so that by the time August 28th comes, this app is running seamless and it's running clean. I've already told everyone this is super important. You guys have a very important job, because this is the wallet. People's funds and people's money will be in this wallet. Make sure you guys test it. I know it's easy to get googly-eyed and glossy-eyed when we're looking at the actual app, like myself, but it is important to make sure that you guys are reporting any bugs, any feedback that you have. Let the SafeMoon team know so they can release a super excellent product and application for us come August 28th. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and continue updating you guys on if they have any new fixes, if they release any new versions of the beta software. So just like I had told you guys on the test flight application, a lot of the releases and updates will also be done from the test flight app. So if you guys keep a lookout for the SafeMoon team, or let's say Hank, and he says, hey, a new version of the iOS beta is available, you guys will need to go into test flight and you will see an update button next to your SafeMoon application inside of test flight. So that's how you're gonna get those updates. I will be here every step of the way. I'm gonna be showing you guys any new fixes that they have on the iPadOS side of things. And if you guys are testing on the iOS or Android side of things, again, continue making sure that you guys report those experiences that you guys are having, whether it's crashes, whether it's an actual functionality that isn't working, or any mishaps that you guys happen to see. So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in on this video. If you guys haven't already, do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button down below. It truly does help this channel find other viewers such as yourselves and other viewers that haven't seen this channel yet out there. If you guys haven't already, follow me on my other social media platforms here. It is just at RJ Ardonis. Thank you so much. I know everyone's kind of been waiting on my analysis on today's wallet release ever since I posted on Instagram and Twitter that I had gotten in. Other than that, I hope everyone has an awesome rest of their Wednesday, and I will see everyone on the next SafeMoon video next time.